Hey there guys, welcome back to Date Warp, back for a second episode. We're gonna pick up right where we left off. I kind of feel like we should have been saving our progress along the way if we wanted to go back and look at other choices. But whatever, this is a first playthrough, so YOLO whatever, just go with whatever we decide to do on the first playthrough, so let's do that. Oh no, I don't want to save, I want to return. There we go. So let's head in for the morning after the rainstorm. Also, the painting in the background looks weirdly like my avatar.
The next morning, everyone gathers in the dining room for breakfast. I don't think Bradley slept very well. He looks tired. Linz is munching absently through a plate of sausage biscuits. I don't think I've heard him speak to anyone. He barely seems to notice we're here. Albin definitely knows we're here. He keeps glaring at everybody. I think he needs more coffee. Only Nathaniel's polished manners keep the conversation moving. This guy looks like he's constantly in his bathrobe or pajamas or something, by the way. Or like a yukata, or I don't know. More scrambled eggs, anyone? I think I've had enough, thanks. No new faces have turned up. If there's anyone else in the mansion, they're staying out of sight. They're all such different people, it's hard to imagine what would bring them all together. Everyone seems to be finishing their meals now. Raphael's gathering plates. It would be polite to offer to help, but I've never washed dishes by hand in my life. Wow, what a charmed life you live, Missy. Surely rich people have dishwashers, right? I don't know what college you go to where you don't wash your own dishes, but God. Should Janet help to offer? Yes! Yes, you definitely should. Or, well, no, wait, that probably would give us points with Raphael. So far, I think we've got a point with Albin, probably. Either that or like an anti-point I didn't see at the time. And we've got a point with Bradley. Do we want to put in points with anyone else? I think let's limit our potential points to just a couple guys and see where that leads us. So let's say no. She's clearly very anti-dishes, I guess. So let's, here we go. Let's see if we can get this to work. There we go, perfect. I stay quiet as Raphael does all the work. I'm afraid I'm still a novice in the kitchen myself. I'm trying to learn a few things. I ought to be able to cook for myself when necessary. But Robert often insists on getting things done efficiently. Robert? My major domo. He's not here at the moment. You have a lot of servants? Just the one. I don't need much, usually.
Aren't you supposed to be leaving? Cha. What's your problem, dude? What have we ever done to you? Too much.
Albin. We ought to leave. Maybe the phone works now? Nathaniel leads us out of the dining room to the hall we were in last night. Don't take Albin too seriously. He's having a hard time right now.
Why's that?
Someone close to him is very ill. He turns away and picks up the phone. The line is still down.
That's alright. Now that the rain has stopped, we can go outside to pick up the signal.
Yes, we should get going. We return to the grand entrance. Sensing our departure, everyone comes to see us off. Goodbye, and good luck. Thanks for your hospitality. We really appreciate it. I go to open the door.
Oh boy.
What? What on earth is that?
Uh-oh. Have we entered a spooky jam jar? I think we have. And we get the title sequence, right? Just now getting the title sequence. I guess I should have kept this in episode 1. Well, whatever. Title sequence in episode 2. Yay. It's a very nice song, by the way. I don't know if this is original for this game or like they're using it with a license. I don't know. Some very nice cutscene art, looks like. Or not cutscene, what's the CG, I guess. Some nice CG. Not so much on that CG, I guess. Although it looks like we're gonna have some guns happening later in this game. Oh my. Oh yeah, it looks like maybe they did write this song for this game.
Thank you for making this, Hanako Games and Spiky Caterpillar. You make good games.
Okay, so.
The air in the open doorway shimmers and crackles with a strange light. That looks like some kind of plasma window. Don't touch it.
Bradley grabs my arm and pulls me back away from the door.
How?
Could this have something to do with...
I don't know. Raphael, go downstairs and check that everything's all right.
Right. He rushes away.
What's going on?
This had better not be.
What do you think you're...
Be quiet! The babble falls silent. We can't accomplish anything if everyone is talking at once. Linz, what are we looking at?
I'm less certain. Fascinating, isn't it? It's clearly permeable to at least some forms of radiation, but with intermittent diffraction. Solid matter on contact might be either repulsed or incinerated. I prefer more data to make more empirical tests. What? Rube.
I think Linz is my favorite.
He said it might burn you if you touch it.
I understood that much. I just don't understand what this thing is or how it got there. Convenient, isn't it? Giving you an excuse not to leave.
I don't want an excuse not to leave.
Raphael rushes back into the room, breathing hard. Everything's still working, but there's excess power being generated. It's bleeding over into the security systems. Look, a house this big has to have more than one door, windows even, so why don't we just go and find another way out, get out of your hair?
I'm afraid that's not possible. As part of the home security system, there are wires laid around every door and every window frame.
He's getting more and more Professor Frank the longer I do his voice.
If they're all supercharged, every egress would be perilous.
Does this mean we're trapped in here? So what do we do with them?
Hey!
Can you fix it?
I don't know yet, probably. Raphael and I will debug the system. It should only take a few hours.
Can we help?
No. This is no job for amateurs.
All right, good luck. Linz and Raphael leave, going downstairs, I suppose. I wonder what's down there. Maybe this mansion has its own electricity generator. Maybe they make their own power so they don't have to pay the electric company, but it was struck by lightning and overloaded during the storm. Maybe Linz was installing a new power system and that's why he's here in the first place. But it doesn't work right yet? I wish they'd let me go and see. I hate not knowing things. It doesn't seem like anyone here has made these force fields on purpose, but it's all very strange. I'm sorry about this. Linz is very good at what he does. Isn't that right, Albin? I'm sure everything will be fixed soon. In the meantime, you can relax here for a while. I do have a large library that might interest you. I'd like that.
Bradley likes books? This is news to me.
Feel free to look around, but please stay out of the basement so that you don't disturb Linz and Raphael in their work. Library's through there. If you have need of me, I'll most likely be in the sitting room.
Albin grunts and heads for the stairs up, as Bradley turns in the direction of the library. Nathaniel starts to walk away, then turns to see what I'll do.
Which boy should Janet follow? Ah! Oh, I can't follow Linz. I really wanted to go to the basement. Well, if we're not putting well, I guess Bradley and Albin are the two boys we have points with so far. And we haven't seen a lot of Albin yet, so maybe we should go for Albin. Let's see if we can get down there. I seem to have found a path to every boy except Albin. This is getting increasingly complicated. I thought I'd found a path to Albin over here, but it doesn't want to go in the side. I think it only comes in the side where the plugs are. Oh, I somehow found it! Through the, like, weirdly most circuitous path. I have, like, every wire lit up, except for, like, the ones leading directly to Nathaniel and Bradley. Awesome. Okay, now we can proceed. They really don't want me to visit Albin for some reason. Okay.
I can't help it. I'm curious. Albin's barely spoken a word to me or anyone else I can see. If he's not their friend, what is he doing here? I walk up the stairs after him. I spot Albin in the upstairs hallway, outside a closed door. Was he going back to bed?
Sorry.
Is he talking to me? As I take a step closer, he turns.
What are you doing?
Well, there's no point in lying. Following you.
What do you think you're gonna find?
A really cranky guy, obviously. Look, I don't want to be here. I have a paper due Monday, and I should be at the library. But I'm stuck here, and I'm bored.
Why aren't you with your boyfriend?
I already told you he's not my boyfriend. It was just one date. It was my roommate's idea, and it'll never happen again. Satisfied?
Why should I care?
You asked. Maybe you're jealous. How should I know? He twitches, his arm jerking backwards, his hand balling up into a fist.
You think I believe your story? Who are you really, and what are you doing here?
That's funny. I was gonna ask you the same thing. You don't live here, and you're nobody's friend, so why are you here? I put my hands on my hips and return his glare just as fiercely. That's what I like to see, girl. You outsass him. He slouches against the wall and smiles like a hungry serpent.
How do you know I don't live here?
Well, you're not much like Nathaniel.
I don't dress in silk and act all genteel, so I don't belong here, huh?
Sorry.
Don't bother, I am trash and I know it.
That's not what I said. I came up here because I wanted to talk to you. I thought maybe we could be friends.
I'm nobody's friend, you said so yourself.
Is he being deliberately difficult?
Oh, he's like a whoopee on the inside, isn't he?
Why are you such a jerk all the time?
A snort of a laugh escapes him. Because I am Cha. And because I need a smoke and I'm caged inside where I can't light up.
It would be terribly rude to stink up Nathaniel's nice house with smoke, but if he cares about that, he's more considerate than he likes to let on. If you stood by a door or an open window, the smoke might get out even though we can't. But, oh, I know. The fireplace. Huh? There's a fireplace downstairs with a chimney, right? The smoke can escape that way. There's probably no security system stuff at the top of the chimney. Even if there is, a chimney can handle a little smoke.
That's not a bad idea.
Straightening, he walks to the stairs in long, even strides. Then, unexpectedly...
Well, are you coming?
Bemused, I follow. So we got a little bit more on Albin's gauge there, it looks like. I like how they're like car gauges. It's interesting. Everything's very mechanical about this layout. The house is quiet as we walk. Even though I know there are several other people in the house, the silence makes it feel huge and lonely. Ooh, CG time. Albin folds himself into the fireplace, peering briefly up the chimney. From his pockets, he withdraws a pack of cigarettes and a metal object which looks like a coiled snake, pressed flat. As he presses on the snake's tail, a blue flame shoots from its mouth. Wow, that's some fancy stuff. Cool lighter.
Oh, are we going down the bad boy path, maybe?
As he puffs away, I feel compelled to comment. You know that stuff will kill you.
No, I had no idea. I have completely missed the bleeding obvious because I am a moron, Cha.
Oh, so you already know.
If I live that long, smoking could kill me. Or I could get hit by a car long before. I could give up smoking and eat my vegetables, jog every day, and still drop dead of a heart attack when I'm 30. Life isn't fair. You can't prevent bad things from happening to you just by being good.
Well, you can't prevent everything, but you could prevent lung cancer. If I see someone doing something stupid, I have to speak up. I'm just like that. I like you, Janet. I like the way you think.
If I see someone doing something stupid, I stand back and watch, and then I laugh. Ha 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 ha.
Yes, well, that's because you're a jerk.
Exactly.
Is that the first time I've seen him smile instead of a smirk? Maybe the smoke does make him more mellow. If I want to make friends with him, this is my best chance. I just wanted to say, Nathaniel told me someone close to you is sick.
His eyes narrow. Yeah, what about it?
I just wanted to give you my best wishes. He stands up, tossing the cigarette into the fireplace and crushing it with a sharp blow of his foot.
You don't know anything. What good are your wishes? What good does it do to be polite about someone you've never met? What do you think it's gonna get you?
Nothing.
Well, you're right, and it's none of your business. I'm going back upstairs. Don't follow me. Go pester what's-his-name instead.
He stalks away, leaving my pulse racing in confusion. There's no reason for me to be afraid. He hasn't hurt me. I'm fine. I'm not afraid of him. It's just sensible for me to go and find Bradley in the library, that's all. I'll find a book. Time will simply fly. Interesting. Learning so many things about all these cute animal boys. Late in the afternoon, we gather at the grand entrance. Everyone appears to be in good spirits, awaiting the resolution of our situation. Lynn steps forward and licks his lips in preparation to speak. Well, we've been monitoring the process for several hours now, but the output remains steady. There's no sign of the force fields growing. This shouldn't get any worse. As there is no visible heat damage in the surrounding frames, we experimented with introducing various objects. Physical contact so far has not produced any adverse reactions. The fields appear to act like a membrane, bowing outwards when a solid object is applied with force. However, small amounts of water...
But can you get rid of them?
Efforts to shunt the overflow without disrupting the system integrity have lacked success. Can't you turn the whole thing off? Pull the plug?
No! Turning off the power is not an option.
Looking over at Bradley beside me, I notice he seems a little pale, clammy even. He has his arms folded around himself, hands tucked inside his jacket. Is he sick? What do you expect us to do? We have to get home. Bradley's not feeling well. Now this is the interesting part. I believe we should be able to bypass the barrier with the Faraday shields. However, we don't have enough metal on hand to build a human-sized enclosure. An active electromagnetic field generator may produce the same effect. I need to tune it to your own bioelectric aura. If you approach the field so that I can measure the discharge.
No! Man, get off me.
Tiny beads of sweat are breaking out on his forehead. Well, we have to do something.
This is how you do it, isn't it?
Do what?
This is how you kill them.
What are you talking about? I think he may have a fever.
I will not walk into your death trap, man! Suddenly he pulls out a handgun from inside his jacket. Oh no! You thought I was just another one of your victims, but I know what you are, man. I have waited years for this. Now you tell me, where is she?
Who?
Don't pretend you don't know, all of you! He sweeps the gun around, pointing it at each of the men in turn.
Bradley, put the gun down!
And then he swings to aim it at me. Shut up, Janet!
How dare he speak to me like that?
It's the basement, isn't it? Why didn't you want anyone to go down there? Well, we're all gonna go see it now. All of you move!
Frightened and confused, we're herded through the mansion. A nondescript door opens to reveal a dimly lit staircase leading down to the unknown basement. We're all clustered together. Albin looks like he's ready to spit nails. Nathaniel's eyes meet mine only with sad resignation. Lynn's and Raphael are in the lead. Bradley's behind us, all with the gun. The staircase descends shallowly, then turns for another descent, down and around, round and down. I can't see where it ends. Oh God! Suddenly there's a flash of light. With a strangled squawk, Bradley stumbles backwards, his weapon arm swinging up wildly. Quick as a flash, Albin's fist intersects with Bradley's jaw. Nathaniel grabs my arm and pulls me aside as Lynn charges back to join the fray. Oh God, if only we could see all of this. Oh, our budget.
Oh my, it's getting serious now. Come on, give me an excuse. You look better with two black eyes. Bastard!
Raphael, bring me the handcuffs.
Yes, sir. I'm not going anywhere, man.
No, you're not. You're not gonna hurt him, are you? That's up to him.
Should we chain her up too?
Me? Why me? I didn't do anything.
You came here with him. You had to know what he was planning.
I still don't know what he was planning. I have no idea what's going on.
Janet hasn't caused any harm. She deserves the benefit of the doubt.
Raphael returns with a pair of handcuffs, and Linz fastens Bradley's hands behind him, with the cuff chain looped through the back of the chair. Apparently this isn't the first time putting someone in restraints.
Why don't you just go ahead and kill me? You're the one who was waving a gun around. No one is killing anyone. Let's start at the beginning. Why are you carrying a gun? To defend myself from you. Me, or Linz, or who? All of you! Whichever of you is responsible for the murders!
What murders?
5 years ago, a college girl disappeared from this area. 5 years before that, another girl disappeared. And before that, and before that. I never heard about any of the missing persons near here. Even if that's true, why do you think we had anything to do with it? Just because people went missing in this general area. Not this general area, this house! How do you know that? Because the last one was my sister.
He has a sister?
I was the last person to hear from her alive. She called me when her car broke down. She described where she was and the house she could see up ahead, and that she was planning to ask them for help. And then she was gone.
This is ridiculous. 25 years ago, most of you weren't even born.
Bradley laughs. It's not a pleasant sound. It gets better. This house doesn't exist. What? I spent months looking for this house. The police said I must have had the details wrong. They gave up, but I looked harder. That was when I found out the 5-year pattern. So I knew I needed a girl. I knew I had to wait. Until now. All this year, I have been looking for you, and this house was not here, but now I finally found you. That's complete nonsense.
It might be true. Everyone turns to stare at me. All year, Bradley's been asking out different girls. It's always just one date, and he always drives. He never makes a move, like he's barely interested in the girls at all. We thought he was just looking for the right girl, but he could have been looking for this house. That means... Burning with furious realization, I slip off my loafer and hurl it at his head. You manipulative, scheming, lying jackass! You used me as bait!
I don't understand. Don't listen to them, they're just trying to confuse you. If it's all lies, then what are you hiding in the basement? The bodies? Please, stop this. He shakes his head sadly. We need some time to talk. We can't trust you on your own after you've attacked us. We can't leave you chained to a chair forever either.
Lock them in a room, both of them.
Will she be safe with him?
Will he be safe with me?
That too. Separate rooms, then. They lead me back to the room where I slept last night, taking Bradley somewhere else. We'll be back, I promise. And then they lock me in, and I'm left here alone. Pressing my ear to the door, I can faintly hear voices far away, but I can't make out anything about what they're saying. This plain and simple room, so convenient before, suddenly feels like a prison. There's absolutely nothing for me to do here except pace and worry. All last night, when we were here together, Bradley had a gun in his jacket? I was right next to something that could easily have killed me and I didn't know it. He's gone crazy. No, he must have been crazy for a long time. All those girls, he could have driven each of them to a different location, looking for the phantom house in his head. There's no way that this house wasn't here. But at the same time, he's right. The people in this house are clearly up to something. Linz especially. Why are they all here? What are they gonna do with us? What indeed? Just a sec, I'm just gonna check and see how long I've been playing. Okay, that seems like a pretty good place to stop for now, so I will see you guys next time for episode 3, and we will uncover more of this extremely intriguing mystery. Like, I really want to know what's going on with this house, and with Bradley, and what all the weird random guys in this house are secretly hiding. Because clearly everybody's got a secret, it seems. Okay, I'll see you guys for episode 3. Bye!